never knew my horse with other horses.
Right.
I had him for a year, and I was his only friend. He was never around other horses. It was just me. He would greet me at the gate, and everything was fine. But now here, it's been a huge adjustment, as Amy knows. Like, oh crap, my horse is with other horses now. He doesn't like me. He wants to be with his friends out in the pasture. So it's been like it's been so nice to have somebody that can say, well, no,
your horse doesn't hate you.
He doesn't hate you, and this is how we're gonna work on it. We're gonna fix it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna take a long time, but we're gonna get there.
Sure.
And it's been so nice to have somebody that can like help guide me, because he's my first horse. Yeah. Never had horses as a kid. Never took lessons. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah.
You lived. But that was one of the things that you said on the phone is, I want to be there because I need the knowledge. And I went, yes. Yeah. Because not just for me, but our boarders are so knowledgeable and want to share that. Lauren is here, our trainer, who wants to share that, and to want to be in an environment like that to get the knowledge.
In the clinics. But we're always learning, and I love watching everyone work with their horse. It's just because I'm always learning.
Literally today, I was out here with Calcifer, and Bart was out, and Esme was out, and I was just watching, and they were making comments about what we were doing, and it was just a nice, almost a group effort, but we were all separate doing our own thing. So it was like, oh well. Cool. Thanks for the encouragement with what I'm doing, or thanks for the tip with putting his head down and all that stuff. Yeah. So I'm learning every day, and I can't believe before that I did not get killed before doing what I was doing.
You said it, not me.
You say it another 1,000 times.
But to your point, that's another thing when you decide to buy your own place, you're by yourself unless you're going to have boarders. That's another aspect of owning your own place, is that you're then by yourself. And some people, I'm a homebody, I like to be home, I'm happy to just go out and be in the pasture with my horse, so I love not having to deal with other people. Miss them sometimes, that's why I trail ride with people, or I go to clinics or whatever.
But you can choose that and schedule that.
Absolutely.
And do that whenever you want.
And with what horse is appropriate for what.
Correct.
But I have many friends who have since bought farms, love it, but they really miss the camaraderie. So another thing to think about.
Well, you have your husband isn't a horseman, but in whatever way, he is totally supportive.
Oh, absolutely.
So that is a factor that cannot be understated.
Yeah, we should do an episode just on awesome husbands and what to look for in the perfect horse husband.
So, horse husbands, supportive husbands, exactly.
Because it's huge.
It's huge.
It is.
Right, the fact that it impacts everything you do, your finances, your ability to go away for more than a shift of work.
Well, and before we were married, my husband would go get hay with me, or we said,
honey, once you're married, once you're a sure thing, you quit.
I should hay myself this week.
I sat out here in the cold the other day for like an hour while I rode, and I felt so bad. He's like all huddled up, and I'm like, "Did you have fun today?" And he was like,
"Sure,
I love you, honey." He said, "I love you."
Totally. Mark would be on an island somewhere if not for how much he loved me and supported me in my dream. This is my dream, not his. He likes riding, but
but he does love the horses. There are aspects of it he loves, but he loves you best.
Correct. Yes. But if he had to choose, do I want to constantly be building or scooping poop or moving cows, or
he chooses you,
spending all my money on rock for these horses? No,
it's true. He gets to choose you.
Correct.
He'd choose you with the island if he could. At some point that might be an option.
Really good some days, especially during mud season.
Absolutely.
Mud season.
I do think it's funny how, to your point, husbands, like my husband's not a horse person, but he left for work one morning and he came back and he said, "Oh, Pearl was laying down, so I got out and I made her get up." But like he just knows enough now that that doesn't look normal. So I'm gonna just tell you, or
it always makes my heart so happy when Bilal is like, whenever we're talking to people, he's like, "Yeah, we have a horse." And I'm like, "Yeah, we have a horse. You don't come within 5 feet of them, but we have a horse."
He did the walking in the other day.
He does.
That was
he
good.
does do well. He will not get on him though for
maybe take up driving
yet. Give him a minute.
He might like
wants
that.
a mule. He wants
I don't blame him.
Mark wanted one.
Really?
So I asked
love a mule.
Lauren about it. Would you ever train a mule? Hell no. I'm like, you're not getting a mule.
I would love a mule.
Oh, God,
But I have friends that have them and
I would love
absolutely
one.
love them. So, you
I
know.
would love one.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know, right? Yeah. Gotta get the right one.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
When they're smarter than you are and that much stronger,
Well,
that's a problem.
Yeah.
No,
Potentially.
Right.
It is really cute. Like my one horse was born at our farm, and so to my husband, like that's his favorite because he watched her be little, you know, and she's the biggest horse we have now, and she would come in the house if we let her. She is.
I wish.
I know, me too. I would
Totally do that.
Ours right now, I love. You open our front door and they're waiting for breakfast, and so everybody whinnies as soon as the door.
That's so nice.
So my husband's still going to work now. I'm at home right now working, and so he thinks that's great. Like they greet him.
Yeah. Hi, Dad.
Oh,
I love
Well,
that.
They are. They're like, where's
saying-
Mom?
Breakfast now.
Right.
Served?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, the new pasture I was saying we're putting in is behind our house.
You're gonna love that.
So when we open our back door
Yeah.
to the left is the new cow pasture, and behind us and to the right is the new horse pasture. I can't wait
Yes.
to be like, hi.
my horses, I swear, they look through the window.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
Oh, my
they
God.
really, they're like, you're late.
Right.
I don't know
We're
what you're
hungry.
doing.
It's
It's
watching.
6:02.
Stop watching.
I mean, it's so funny.
That's great.
Yeah,
I love
it
it.
is great.
Very cool.
God.
Well,
So
we could probably talk like all day.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean,
horse people. Yeah,
right?
I mean,
Yeah.
about everything. Like,
I do have a question
Yeah.
about the new pasture.
Yeah.
So is it going to be like you're going to have horses there? It's not going to be like a riding area?
No.
Okay.
But the top pasture, right now has the dry lot and the top pasture and the feed room, right? So the dry lot will be stalls.
Okay.
The arena, our grass arena, will be a turnout pasture. The other side of the dry lot will be a riding ring, a 100 by 200 foot ring like this. It's all weather with lights. And then the other side of that will be another pasture and another pasture. And the horses that are in our top pasture right now are the ones that will be behind my house. That will become the pasture board. And the lot right now, the top pasture, will become a full board.
Cool.
Now, will you have a covered arena?
When I win the lottery, yes, for
Okay,
sure.
that's happening.
It is on the list.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah. Winning the
I
lottery
heard it.
is on the list.
I
I've seen
did get
it,
a few quotes.
and I'm not on board here when that.
Right. Or just trailering.
That's
Or
right.
just trailering. Because no, we will not be public. No, we will not do just anybody can trailer in. However, because we're a private facility, we will allow certain people to trailer in when we have that. Because yeah, I mean, if you have one, you should share. I have friends that have them that are like, come on up. You
Have
know,
what?
Yeah.
a covered arena. To where you can pay $10, $20, whatever dollars and
there's
pull
Just
in.
yeah, and
And
that's
ride.
nice.
During
It's
mud
amazing.
season.
It is.
Yeah.
Or
for
high
sure.
heat season.
Yeah.
One or
Oh
the
yeah,
other.
in the summer that's
Yeah.
going to be nice.
Yeah,
Well,
for sure.
Monday.
Well, and it'll happen. It will.
When Amy wins the lottery, she's going to win.
You know what I will say to that is when we first started putting everything in, and we put in our arena on that side's 100 by 200 feet, Mark said, well, when we put the covered in, what we should do is that I went, I'm going to stop you right there. Because let the record show
He said.
that
When?
Mark said
Now if.
when the covered goes in. And he's like, well, you want a covered, right? I'm like, I do.
Aw.
And thank you for knowing that. But also thank you for it being your idea. Because everything on this farm is me going, and I need this, and I want this, oh, and more rock, and yeah. So that was
God
totally
bless
his
Mark.
idea. We can't afford it right now, but it's for sure on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. There's a lot on the list. It's a long list.
Well,
And the list
yes.
for when mud season is over has already started.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things, because with our new house that's like 5-10 minutes from here.
I love that you moved closer.
Yeah.
Yes, one of the things, and I was like, well, it's so close to the horse, and Bilal was like, well, what if you ever move your horse? And I was like, ha.
That's right.
Don't even joke about that, Bilal.
You're like, what are you
You did the same
What?
thing.
I know. To our yard? What?
Yeah.
Where would I move him?
Back, what? Right.
Liz just moved,
Yeah.
or is moving, and I went, oh, does that mean you're moving Ronald? And she went, never. Like, I'm
I'm
sorry.
like, it didn't even occur to me.
Like, I didn't- yeah.
When we bought our farm, I had 2 horses that I boarded,
Uh-huh.
and the one had been boarded there for a long time. The other was an addition because I knew I was getting a farm.
Yeah.
And the owner of the farm said, "Well, I guess like you just never really thought you would move him.
Right.
Like you were going to go live on your own farm, but he was going to stay here."
Well, Diana and Roland. When Diana started talking about moving to Colorado, I'm like,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
Roland's not moving to Colorado, right? And she went, yes, I'm taking my horse to Colorado. I went, no, you're not actually.
No, you can go.
Well, I was like,
come
you realize
visit.
he's why we bought the farm.
That's a hard one, though. I have the boarder I mentioned that's moving in 9 months, right? They have property. They're going to start building on it. I'm like, thank God I have 9 months to wrap my head around this. Like, I don't want her to go. She's my friend.
Absolutely.
I don't want her horse to go. I love her. Like, that's the hard part.
Yeah.
But that means that you're doing everything right.
Right. Well, yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing.
Good point.
Yeah. Definitely. All right, well, we are going to wrap it up because we could drink and chat and all of that all day.
No more
Thank
mud.
you, ladies. Cheers to no more mud.
Yeah, no more mud.
Cheers. Cheers to everybody watching.
Yes.
And then we did want to remind you, if you like this, be sure to like it.
Yes.
If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe. And if it's something that other people might like,
Share
be sure to
it.
share it.
They need to cover it.
Yeah. Oh, maybe a donate button. Oh, yeah. And if you want to come ride in our covered arena, help us buy one.
Put the $10
Send
up
money.
now.
I'll put the link on the bottom.